Hi, good morning from my last morning aboard the Disney Wish. Wah, wah, wah. It is beautiful outside. We're parked next to a Carnival cruise ship. The sunset was beautiful. I did, however, just realize I need to be down at breakfast in about 2 minutes, so I gotta make this quick. But I just realized when I left the spa, they gave me somebody else's room key. This was not yesterday, but the day before. So I am going to have a hard time getting off the ship because I don't have my room key. So I'll let you know how that goes. But I think this is going to cause me a little bit of trouble this morning. When you go to the spa, they hold on to your room key and they give you like a wristband to get around the spa. And then when you leave, you give them the wristband back and you get your room key back. But they gave me someone else's key. This person's name is also Jennifer, but it's not my name, not my last name. So shoot, I didn't realize that because I've been using my Magic Band to do almost everything on the ship. And my Magic Band is linked to my name. But it's not, my room key is not my room key. So I think I need that to get off the ship. I have all of my paperwork and my documents, which match my Magic Band, but I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. It'll be an adventure. Join me. But for right now, we're going to head down to Marvel for the final dinner. I was supposed to eat at Marvel last night, and I ended up going to Palo instead. So this will be my first time going into the Marvel dining room this cruise, but it'll just be for the breakfast. So let's go. All right, so I left my little thing for Kemsiani, who was my room attendant. She was wonderful. So now I'm just going to try to get all my luggage out of here. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I opted to take my luggage with me because I just had this bag because I thought it would be easy. Maybe that was not a good idea. I don't know. It's so quiet. There's like, I guess everybody's at breakfast. I'm about 2 minutes late, so everybody must be there already. I never got to do the Uncharted adventure. Have to do that next time. It's so quiet. Bye to the beautiful chandelier. Headed this way. Okay, so I did have one small issue. I didn't realize it, but when somebody else has your card, they can charge to your room. So there was one charge that was not mine. It was just for $9. They're trying to fix it right now. Every other charge was mine. So that was the only real issue, was just somebody else charging to my room. They went to the sweet shop and got a malt milkshake. I wish that was me, but it was not me. So I'm just waiting for her to try to take that off now. Okay, I'm headed into my breakfast. I'm a little bit late because I had to go to guest services, but here we are.
Once again, all guests are welcome to disembark the ship at this time via the gangway located on Deck 3 midship. We thank you for sailing with us on board the beautiful Disney Wish and hope you have a safe and...
So I'm leaving breakfast now, and I'm here with Andrea, and she was so wonderful. I had such a great time. She got all my drinks.
All your food.
It was so great. It was so great. So we actually met Andrea in 2019.
Yeah.
Before kids, right before
Yes.
kids. So it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too again.
Yeah, on the ship. I'm going to look for you next time.
Please. I'll probably be in Treasure too, so if you all want to go Treasure,
yeah,
there it is.
We're going to be on the Treasure.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'll probably be there opening too, so.
Okay, awesome. I'll see you soon.
There it is. That's great. Okay.
Last breakfast. Thank you so much. Okay, so I am just waiting to get off the ship. Tim hasn't left the house yet, so I could get off the ship right now, and there'd be no wait, but I would be waiting outside at the port in the heat for like the next 40 minutes or so. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to kind of hang out on the ship for a minute. I found a little seat by a porthole. I'm just kind of hanging out here in the air conditioning. But while I'm hanging out here waiting, I have been filling out my survey. And I have to say, this new way of filling out the survey is a little bit easier. However, the last time that we cruised, We totally forgot to fill out the survey. We never filled it out the last time that we cruised because it was so new. It was the first cruise that they were using the digital survey on. But this time it's honestly very easy to do, very quick. So I don't know. I think this is like a good move for them.
Hello? Oh, gosh, if you can hear me, we sure had a great old time sailing with you and hope to see you again soon. And if you can hear me, well, I guess I'll tell you later.
I never met Goofy on this cruise, actually. That was one character that I did not get to meet in Chip and Dale. I didn't meet Goofy or Chip and Dale. I saw Minnie. I saw Daisy. But yeah, I didn't meet as many characters as I thought I would. So I'll have to go on another cruise, I guess. So as we're getting ready to leave, the characters will come on the speaker above and they'll say fun things before we go, which is pretty cute, especially for the kids. So we just heard Donald a second ago. I don't know if I caught it on the camera, but we've heard Mickey this morning when I was coming out of the elevator. Goofy, you heard a little bit earlier, and then Donald just came on.
No.
Alright, so Tim should be here in about half an hour. I'm going to start heading off the ship now. And I think that once I get through customs and stuff, I'll probably only be waiting just a few minutes for him. So, let's head off the ship.
My family can also come through here. We have 4 lines. Okay.
Oh, 4 lines, alright.
Well, we hope you made a whole bunch of happy memories. All right, so long, pals, and thanks for sailing with us.
So, I'm just waiting for Tim to pick me up. I have about 20 minutes. I'm going to read my book, and I'm just outside where you would like go in to head onto the ship. So I'm just kind of waiting here with everyone else. There's a lot of people waiting. So I just talked to Tim, and the drawbridge was up. So I guess there was like a sailboat trying to go through. So the bridge was up. Oh my gosh, my hair. The bridge was up, so he's a little bit later than he thought he would be. It's about 9:15. I've been out here for maybe like half an hour, but it's slowly getting more crowded because I think the last of the people from the ship have gotten off the ship. So we're just kind of all out here waiting. Tim just texted me that he's in line to pick me up. And, oh, I see it. I see the car, but I've read a few chapters of my book. Okay, see it. Okay, let's go see Tim. There he is. There he is, right there. I gotta figure out where to go. Oh, hello. We're back together.
We did it.
Oh man. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, just packed my stuff up into the car.
Closing it.
Oh, bye. All right, so I'm getting in the car now, and I think this signifies the end of my cruise.
Oh yeah.
Did you get my coffee?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I brought it so we could go get it.
Oh. I didn't go to the coffee shop once.
Oh no.
I know, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't go to the coffee shop. I didn't buy anything except for one romper for the baby. That was it. I really spent like zero money on this cruise except for Palo, my rainforest room. That's it.
How much did you spend at Apollo? It should have been free.
Well, I'll talk to you about that. It was not free. It was $60.
Oh, that's not bad.
Because my server recommended something outside of the prefix menu.
Oh.
It was so much food, I couldn't even eat it all.
Oh no.
I know. It was a bit of a waste, but it was a fun experience trying something new. So we're gonna head home. So thank you so much for being on this cruise with me, and I'll end it at home. I'll show you what I bought for the baby, but this was great. I was very relaxed. It was definitely a different experience. I've never done anything like that before, and I don't know if I'd do it again. I think I missed you guys too much, but I did have a lot of fun, and it was very relaxing. So now we're making the drive back home.
saw a dolphin on the way here.
Oh, I saw manatees when we were leaving.
Oh, that's fun.
I know. Somebody else said they saw a sea turtle.
A sea turtle?
Well, I saw a manatee. It was pretty neat. Okay, so I'm back home.
You're back, baby.
And look what I got. This is what Jackson made me while I was gone. Welcome home. We missed you so much. We love you. We made you something from Jackson and Oliver. Look at this. Are these like friendship bracelets?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
And then you get this too. A little shark goes. He eats the friendship bracelet.
Oh, this is like from the library. They have all these free activities from the library. Oh, and he drew me all of his cars.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I love it. It says, I love you. This is... Oh, this is perfect. I'm going to put my bracelet on now. I love it. I feel bad because I didn't get Jackson anything from the ship.
Oh no.
He asked for Hot Wheels, but they didn't have any cars on this ship. They have cars, like the cars, you know, on the Fantasy, but they didn't have anything like that on the Wish. They had like a lot of ship stuff, but he wanted cars.
Cars.
So I did get a onesie for the baby. That was it. But Jackson has so many t-shirts, so I didn't get him one.
And what'd you get me?
Oh no, I got you. Oh, you can have my chocolates.
Oh. I was looking at it.
What did you want?
For like a R2-D2 watch.
Oh no, they didn't have they had C-3PO and then they had the like Rebel pilot one.
You know who I really want in a watch?
What?
B2EMO.
Who's that?
He's from Andor.
Oh.
He's a really sad robot because he's B2 emo.
Oh, well, they didn't have that on the ship, so I'm sorry.
Or
But
Chopper.
also, the other thing too, though, is that Tim was telling me because I was looking at that watch, that it was cheaper on land.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
Which
I didn't.
makes sense.
Well, I'm glad I didn't buy it on the ship. I tried it on and everything, but I'm glad I didn't buy it because it's.
But
more...
like you're also not paying taxes on the ship.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't pay taxes.
So it would have just been the price minus my 10% discount for being platinum, and that's it. Oh, they're back. Jackson's back. We saw them when we were driving back to the house. They were driving the big Hot Wheels like Power Wheel. So okay, they're back. All right, so I am back. It's a few days later. So that night that I got home, I just hung out with the kids. We had dinner. It was nice. We just kind of like unplugged and spent a lot of time together. So Jackson and Oliver were very excited to see me, as was I. I was very excited to see them. I hadn't seen them for the whole weekend, so it was nice to see their little faces. And they had a lot of fun too over the weekend, so it was great. We all had fun. But I did want to show you, so I talked about how the only thing I got on the cruise, I was going to do like a little cruise haul, but I only got one thing, so I don't know how exciting this haul will be. But I got this little romper for the baby. Let me see if I can show it to you better. So this is it. Sorry, I'm in the area where Tim films the podcast, so it's like it's just on this little table. There's a couple of other things I want to show you that I got some questions about, but this is the romper for the baby. It's just got the little buttons on the bottom. It was $35, which is more than I wanted to spend. I didn't think it was going to be $35, but those are Disney prices, and they don't offer any discounts on Castaway. So I was not able to use my platinum. I'm a platinum Castaway member, meaning I've been on more than 10 cruises. And with that membership, like with that level of Castaway Club, you get 10% off, which is also what you get being a DVC member, which is one of the questions that we got was, can you use your annual pass discount? You can't. They don't take annual pass discounts on the cruise. They do take DVC membership discounts, and they do give you a discount if you're a higher tiered Castaway Club member like Platinum. And I know that they also will give you discounts if you're a cast member. So that was just to answer one of the questions. The other questions that I wanted to answer, I just took some from the video that I took a few screenshots of. So let me grab those. So the first question that I got was, why are you packing the remote? So I didn't realize I did that until I didn't take the remote home. The remote is still in the stateroom. I was in stateroom 10006. If you're staying in that room, you have a remote. I did not take the remote. It's in the room. I don't know why it was in my bag. I must have, because I was like throwing everything around, you know, trying to get everything together, and I must have just like set it down, which goes to another question that I was asked, which was, what TV channels do you get on the ship? I didn't watch a whole lot of television, and I usually don't. The one thing that we'll watch with the kids is they will watch the bedtime stories. So they'll have, and they show those at the resorts as well, so you may have seen them, but they'll do like, it almost looks like a book, like they're reading a book, and it'll be, they tell one about Frozen, about Cars 2, I believe, or Cars 3, it might be Cars 3. They tell the story of Rapunzel and then one of the mini like boutique stories. And I think that's it. But they have those are the things that we'll watch on TV. On my solo cruise, I did watch a little bit of the Food Network. There was a lot of diners, drive-ins, and dives. Watched a few episodes of that. And I watched some HGTV where they were just like doing house hunters. So, but they also have the Disney Channel, you know, of course, Disney Junior, Disney Highlights channel. They have a lot of ESPN, a few BBC channels, Travel Channel. It's very limited though. So, I mean, don't go on this cruise thinking you're gonna like watch TV the whole time, unless you like love the Travel Channel. But yeah, so that's what a few of the channels they have on the television. A lot of people were talking about how they were excited to be going on solo cruises after watching this series, which made me like so excited for you, because going on the solo cruise was a little bit nerve-wracking in the beginning. You saw that obviously on my embarkation day, but it got easier as the cruise went on, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of time, like downtime to relax. I did whatever I wanted to do, which I think was just like so out of the ordinary for me. I'm always doing what everybody else wants to do. And so, which is usually also what I want to do, but sometimes I do just want to like go to the spa or read my book or, you know, like go look in the shops. And I was able to really do whatever I wanted, like whenever I wanted. So that was really fun. So people were saying, if they were going on a solo cruise, what ship would I recommend? And I think for me personally, and this answer could be different for everybody, my favorite ship is the Fantasy. However, I don't think I would want to do a solo cruise on the Fantasy, purely because those are longer cruises, and I don't think I'd want to go on a solo cruise for that long. So personally, like my answer would be the Wish. I would say if you're going to do a solo cruise, I would go on the Wish, because you can do a weekend cruise, which is very short and sweet, or they also have like a 4-day, I think it's Monday through Friday, which it sounds like a 5-day, but you get off so early on Friday that it's really technically 4 days. And so I would pick one of those two itineraries, like the 3 or the 4-day. And I also would highly recommend getting like a spa pass, whether it's for a day or for the whole cruise. And the nicest like rainforest room is on the Wish, because they have the outdoor area. I also got a lot of questions about the rainforest pass and about the rainforest room. And so somebody was asking if you can book the pass before you board, which is what I did. I did book the pass when I bought my cruise like ticket, when I paid for my cruise. So I did buy it ahead of time. Mine was $180 and it was for 3 days. So it would have been what, $60 a day. And did I do that right? I think so. And I do think that that's one thing I would have changed. I would have just gotten it for 1 day, because I didn't use it the other 2 days. So it was kind of wasted money, but I had so much fun in the rainforest room. It was an extra charge. Like I said, some people were asking if that was extra. It was extra. They do have other treatments that you can get, like massages and facials. That's not included in the rainforest pass. I didn't do any of that this time. I really just wanted to experience the outdoor space, and I did, and it was fantastic. Some people were just asking for any information about the rainforest pass. That is something that I found kind of hard to, I was researching before my trip, and I found it kind of hard to get like an answer about the rainforest pass. So basically, on the first day, the rainforest room opens at 4:30 on embarkation day, so you can use your pass starting at 4:30 until 10 p.m. that night. And then every additional day after that, minus the debarkation day, they open at 8 and they close at 10. So you can spend all day there. I asked her, I'm like, do I have to leave? Like, could I stay from 8 to 10? And she's like, yeah, you have booked it for the day. So you could stay the entire time. There is no food like in the rain. I know some spas will have like food in the spa. They don't have that, so you would have to leave to get food and stuff. You can use all of the amenities of the rainforest pass the whole time you're there. So you can use the outside area, the inside area. This rainforest room had so much to offer, so I really do feel like you could spend a lot of time there. And like I showed in the video, it was very quiet. I was never like, you know, fighting to use something, or there was never like a line for something, you know what I mean? So anything that I wanted to do was open and available, which was great. I did get a few questions about the Wi-Fi and why did I have to put my phone in airplane mode, and how, if you don't have the Wi-Fi plan, how do you use the app, the Navigator app? So I don't know how all of this works, and I'm not gonna like claim to know how it works, but I'll tell you what I did. So I got on the ship, I made sure that my Navigator app was updated and ready to be used. So you can do that on the ship, but you should probably do it before you get to the ship on your own Wi-Fi. So update your app, download your app, update your app. When you get on the ship, you can sign into the DCL guest Wi-Fi, and then you're gonna wanna put your phone in airplane mode as soon as you start like leaving the port. So once you get out into the open ocean, you're gonna be charged like roaming charges on your internet. So put your phone in airplane mode. If you get the internet package, there's 3 different tiers, and you can do different things on the different tiers. They're different like speeds and stuff. I've never gotten it. Tim always gets the internet package, I never do. So I just like to unplug. I like to like not be staring at my like Twitter or Instagram or whatever. I like to not have that option. I will download like games that I can play that are non-internet games, you know? But other than that, the only thing that I use my phone for is just to text back and forth. So you can, if you have an iPhone, you can text with iMessage, or you can use WhatsApp. Those are things that you can use without the internet package on the ship. So, but you do have to put your phone in airplane mode, and you do have to make sure you're signed into the DCL Wi-Fi, but that is free. Unless you sign up for the paid, like the packages that you pay for, that part of the Wi-Fi is free. I hope that makes sense. I did get a few questions about the clothes that I'm wearing. I didn't focus on like my outfits or anything because I'm not that kind of like vlogger. I don't wear cute clothes or like I don't Disney bound or anything like that. So it was just my normal everyday clothes. And I really honestly just dress for comfort. So I don't really care about it. Like, I'm not trying to buy like the newest, coolest thing. I just want to be comfortable. So my bathing suits were all from Target. I had like a blue, like a periwinkle blue. They're both one pieces. And they're both from the brand Kona Soul, and they are both from Target. I got them on sale. They were 30% off. And then my 2-piece set that I wore on the first day is from Amazon. I've linked that in other videos, but I will link it in the description down below. And my overalls that I wear like all the time, they're linen overalls, are also from Amazon. They're from the same company as the 2-piece set, and I'll link that down below. I got everything on sale, so I didn't pay full price for any of those things, and I wear them all the time. I love them. And my dress that I wore on the Palo night was just from Target. It was a Universal Threads cotton dress. nothing too wild. I think it was 20 bucks. Oh, this question, I wish I had clarified this in the video. I'm sorry I didn't, but they were asking, what is a placeholder? So a placeholder is anytime you're on a cruise, in the Navigator app, you can book a placeholder. So basically you are paying $250 to hold the place of a future cruise. You don't have to pay for it right then, but it will hold the place of a future cruise, and then you can put that $250 towards the cruise, but you also get the cruise for a discounted price. I think right now they're 10% off when you use the placeholder, but that could change, so I'm not sure at what point in time you're watching this video, but at the point in time that I'm filming this video, they're 10% off, and you put down $250. So you're able to get 2 placeholders per room. So I got 2 placeholders. But we found this out recently. When you buy those 2 placeholders, you have to use them on the same cruise. So if you don't plan on using multiple staterooms on your cruise, I wouldn't get multiple placeholders, if that makes sense. So we always get 2 because we either bring our nanny or we invite family. So either way, we'll use 2 staterooms, you know? Oh, I got this question a few times too about what I paid for the cruise. So originally I was gonna go on this cruise with my best friend. She was not able to make it. She never actually booked her cruise room. So she didn't cancel a room, she just canceled like being able to go basically. But I had already purchased, I think I got like too excited that we were gonna cruise together. And so I had already purchased my guaranteed stateroom, meaning you cannot cancel that stateroom or you lose 100% of the money that you paid. With some rooms you can cancel at a certain time point and get all of your money back, but the room that I got, because it was discounted, you're not allowed to cancel and you lose all your money if you cancel. So that's why I went by myself. But the rooms are priced at a double occupancy because they just assume that at least 2 people are going to be going on the cruise. But the weird thing is that, so my room was priced at $2,512 for the weekend cruise, which I understand is not cheap. It's a little bit pricey, but that's because they assume that there are going to be 2 people in the room. So you pay for 2 people basically. But when I was talking to my friend close to the cruise, I had asked her like, hey, I just want to let you know, if you want to add yourself to the room, you still can. Just throwing it out there if you want to try to come. And she really couldn't. She had like family stuff. So, but when I looked at it, I had our travel agent just look to see how much it would cost to add her onto the room. And it would have cost $178 to add her to the room about a week before the cruise. But I don't know if that was like the fee for adding somebody on the room or if it was like the fee for a second person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know if it was like the fee to like actually add somebody or the fee for a second does that, I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But, so yeah, so I guess it would have been a little bit more for 2 people, but I'm not totally sure. Oh, okay, so this was a good one too. Somebody was asking if there is a resort that's similar to a cruise, but like not a cruise. What would I recommend? And I think honestly, I would recommend Discovery Cove because it's all inclusive. It feels like a tropical kind of getaway. All the food is included, all of the alcohol is included, certain alcohol is included. And then they have like animal encounters and it really feels like you're on a tropical island. It's very similar to a cruise excursion. And so I think I would recommend Discovery Cove. It's not super cheap because it is all inclusive, but it is very fun, very beautiful, very relaxing. There's so much foliage. It really feels like you're in a tropical island. So if you want to have a cruise like vibe, but you don't want to go on a cruise, I would check out Discovery Cove. I got asked about motion sickness. So I don't have motion sickness at all. I've never had that like feeling on a ship. So this cruise was very calm. There was very little like motion during the ship, but I do know that they sell motion sickness like medicine and the ear things, the patches, the bands, whatever you need for motion sickness, they have it on the ship. It is very expensive, so I would recommend bringing it with you and not buying it on the ship. But if you think at all that you might be motion sick, like have motion sickness, I would just bring it just to be safe and to save a little bit of money so you're not paying for it on the ship. Okay, so this is a good one too. These are all good, that's why I picked them, but this one was good. They said, sorry, I'm reading them from my phone. So they said, what is free inside the Disney Wish, not an added fee when you go to the ship as far as events? What can you do? Is Wi-Fi free? Wi-Fi is not free. The paid Wi-Fi plans are not free and they're not cheap. But like I said, you can text to another iPhone if you have an iPhone. You can't do like pictures. You can just only send text. And then you can use, I think, WhatsApp, but you can't send pictures. So the things that are free is pretty much everything is included on your Disney cruise. The only thing that's not included would be the upcharge meals like Palo and Enchante. Those are not free. Anything that costs extra money it'll state that it's an additional charge. It'll say, so they do like mixology classes, they do champagne tastings, rum tastings, wine tastings. Those are all gonna be an additional charge. All of the Broadway style shows are free. If you go to the movies, like I could have watched Deadpool and Wolverine, that was free. You do have to pay for popcorn and candy. That is not free. But what we did the last time we saw a movie on the ship is we just got like stuff from the pool deck and we just ate it in the movie. So we had like French fries and chicken nuggets and a couple of desserts from Cabanas because we were on the Fantasy that time, and we just brought them and ate them in the movie theater. So you can bring free snacks into the movie theater, but like popcorn and traditional movie theater candy are not free. What else is free? Your dinner rotation meals are free. So like when I ate at 1923, that was free. And I say free, but it's prepaid with your cruise. It's not you paid for it. You just don't have to pay on the ship. There is a sweet shop that is an additional charge that if you go into like the ice cream store, that is not free. But they tell you, they make sure that you know that you have to pay for it. So you're never gonna get duped into doing something that is an additional charge. You know what I mean? Like they'll make sure you know. The spa package was not free. I had to pay for that. Room service is free, so that's pretty fun. What else? Like meeting the characters and stuff, that's all free. Eating on Castaway is free. I think that's pretty much it, but most everything is included on your trip. So, and if it isn't included, they will tell you, and it will be very clearly posted. I got this question so much, and I don't know why. Somebody said, I can tell that you're trying to keep it a secret, but what book are you reading? And I wasn't trying to keep it a secret. I don't know why I didn't tell you. I'm sorry. I am reading Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. This is his new book. I pre-ordered it back in like May and it came out at the end of June, and I've just been kind of saving it for this trip. And I'm about 300 pages in, maybe a little under 300 pages in, and it's like a murder mystery type thing. But his books sometimes have like supernatural elements, which I really like. And I'm in the process of reading all of his books. I've read, I think like 5 of them now, 4 or 5 of them. This might be the 5th one. And then I just have a couple more and I'll be all done with his entire like library. But not a secret, sorry, I don't know why I didn't tell you. I know that it doesn't have the dust cover. I really hate dust covers. It also has because I was doing a face mask when I was reading it one night. It has my little fingerprints from like the face mask. So, but I took the dust cover off because I dislike dust covers. They drive me crazy. I understand why they're a thing, but I wish that the book was either printed with the thing on it or it just looked like this. You know, I don't like having an extra thing on the book. Speaking of the face masks, I did get asked what face masks I was using. So I was using this SK2 facial treatment mask. This is not cheap. I don't recommend buying this. It's one of the K-beauty things. It came in a value set that I bought, and so I wouldn't buy this on its own, but I bought it in a value set. And I love it. I do love it, but I don't recommend it because it's too expensive. And then I also was using this Pharmacy, I don't know if you can see it. Let me move my head. This Pharmacy Honey Potion, what is this? Honey Potion Plus Hydrating Mask with Ceramides. It's like a warming mask and it has honey. Honey has great antimicrobial properties. So if you have like acne prone skin, that really helps. And it just feels nice. It's like nice and warming and it's creamy. It turns from this kind of like jelly into like a cream. The other one is just a sheet mask, but those I did them one on the 2nd day and one on the 3rd day. This one was interesting. So this person was asking why the muster drills are always outside on the Wish, because they had an inside muster drill on a different, like on the Dream, I think they said. So there are different muster stations. I just happened to be at an outdoor station. The last cruise that we did, we were at an indoor station. Our muster drill station was inside of the Walt Disney Theater. So if you're lucky if you get an inside one, because it is hot and you have to stand. And if you have little kids, you know, that's not always super fun. So yeah, and it took about 30 minutes, I think, for the muster drill. So we were just standing outside in the heat for 30 minutes. That's like the worst part of the cruise is the muster drill. And once you're done with that, your cruise starts and everything is wonderful. But they do have inside muster drills on each cruise ship, I believe. I've done inside muster drills on each of the cruise ships I've been on, but I just happened to get stuck with an outside one. So I wanted to answer this one just because I thought it was funny, but they said, how do I go about convincing my husband and children to let me go on a solo Disney cruise? I live it up. So I wanted to explain this a little bit more because I did get some questions of people like, why are you doing this? Mainly because I wanted to. I wanted to go on a cruise with my girlfriend, and then when she canceled and it was just me, I couldn't cancel, so I ended up going by myself because I had to, but I had a great time and I'm glad I did. But the other reason was, so it was a Mother's Day gift, and Tim, spoiler alert, next week he's going to be going to D23, which is at Disneyland basically. It's at the convention center outside of Disneyland, but he's going to be out there for a week without us. So he's taking a trip to Disneyland for an entire week. So I thought, you know, he was like, so I want to do something for you because I'm going to be on this amazing trip by myself. Well, he's going to be with his friends. So this was kind of like just here's a little something that you can do before I go. And I was like, great, I love it. So he is going to be at Disneyland for a week for D23. We're not going because it's right around the time that school starts for Jackson, and I just didn't want to mess up his school schedule. And we're planning another trip at later on in the year. So that's another reason why. He gets to go do fun stuff, so I should get to do fun stuff too, you know? I don't know, I think it's fair. People were asking what camera I was using, and I was using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I have to say I'm on the fence about that camera. I don't know if I like love it or hate it. I definitely hate the mics. I think the mics sounded awful. So you could probably tell in the videos when I had the mics on because it was like this weird muffled, it just didn't sound good, and that's because it had the noise cancellation on. I don't like that. I don't like the way it sounds. Not a fan. But when I didn't have the mics on and I was just using the camera's audio, like external audio, it was great. I thought that sounded a lot better. I think I would use the DJI again, but I just want to get some more practice with it. It looks great outside. Inside it was so dark. So I don't love it inside, but outside it looked wonderful. It was so bright, so crystal clear. So there are things I like about it and there are things I don't like about it. But that's what I was using. So I think that was everything. All the questions that I got like multiple times. I just want to make sure I was answering the ones that were asked the most. And all in all, I had a really great trip. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting me on this trip and for all of your messages and your comments were so nice. I was a little bit nervous about what people were gonna say about me going on a solo trip, but you guys were so like supportive and nice about it. And so many of you, I can't tell you how many people said that they booked a solo cruise because of this series, which made me so happy. And I think that like, you can travel solo as a woman. I felt very safe the whole time, especially on the Disney cruise. It felt safe. It felt familiar. I don't know. I would highly recommend it. It was really very nice. The one thing I was nervous about was being seated with people I didn't know for dinner, but the family that I was sat with was so incredibly sweet, so nice. So it really was nothing to be worried about. And I just had so much fun doing all the things I wanted to do when I wanted to do them. And it was great. I got to sleep in, I got to read my book, I got to do all the things. And so, I don't know, I highly recommend checking it out. And if you can't do a Disney cruise, I mean, check out another cruise line. Like, I feel like it would be very similar on another cruise line. So yeah, thank you guys for all the words of encouragement and support. I loved reading your comments. They were really, really nice. So thank you so much. And I'm glad that you guys came with me on the cruise. Like I said, I felt less alone. It was nice having a friend like with me, and being able to talk to you guys really helped me. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, this is the end of my solo cruise series. So if you would like to watch it again, or if there's something that you missed, I'll link it down below. Oh, and I also am gonna link my birthday stay down below, because I did do a solo birthday stay at the Waldorf in Orlando for my, I think it was for my 40th, because it was a little bit emotional because I did talk about my mom a little bit. But I don't know if you're interested in checking that out. I had so much fun. That was a really like lush stay as well. I had a great time. The Waldorf is beautiful, but I think like taking time for yourself is so important, and I think it's something that everybody should do. Men, women, everybody you need a little time to yourself. And I think it really did recharge my batteries, and just I felt so rejuvenated and relaxed afterwards, and it just made me, I don't know, it made me so happy. But I was of course happy to get back to the family as well. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this cruise, and I hope you enjoyed the videos. I'll link the full playlist down below. But as for me, I am off. I'll see you tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.